Good morning, my dear students of MEC program. Today I will discuss the topic regarding MEC 103. That is, the title of the paper is Quantitative Methods. Uh, from the title of the paper, you can imagine very easily that is, this paper is totally mathematical based. So it is difficult to discuss this paper through online without blackboard and other materials, but I'm trying to discuss each and every units under this course, and there are 19 units under this course, that is under MEC 103. So let us start with the first unit. The first unit is related with the functions, limit and continuity. So from this unit, you can understand the notion of function, limit and continuity, and there are different forms of function and some simple derivations and some presentations regarding function, limit and continuity. We'll discuss later regarding this unit. Now unit 2 is related with the derivatives. So particularly the students who are from science background, you are familiar with this term, that is the derivative, and after going to this unit you will be able to apply concept of derivatives to solve some interesting problem in economics. And there are some mathematical applications of derivatives in economics. Also from this unit you can learn about this. And unit 3, this is related with the partial differentiation, that is the partial derivative and higher order partial derivative, cross partial derivative, total differential, total derivative, differentiation of functions, derivative of implicit functions, application in economics of differentiations, and uh, the last one, that is the homogeneous functions and their properties. This is very important because there are some nice properties of the homogeneous production function and homogeneous function also, and there are some important applications of homogeneous functions in economics. So from this unit you can learn these things. And the next unit is related with the maxima and minima, that is concept of maxima and minima and identification of maxima and minima, point of inflection, a conclusive criteria, and you have to find out the extreme values of multivariate functions and sufficient conditions for extreme values, the case of extrema with more than two variables, function of three variables and extrema, function of n variables and extrema. And there are some mathematical applications of maximum and minimum concepts in economics. You will get some idea regarding some economic problem and some application of maximization and minimization in economics. The next chapter is related with unconstrained optimization, that is, you have to optimize some function but there is no constraint. So the first order condition, you have to find out the second order condition and some economic problems also, that is economic applications regarding this topic. The next unit is related with the constraint optimization, that is, you have to maximize or minimize something subject to some constraint, and some applications of this thing in economics, and inequality constraint optimization and simple economic problems. Simple economic problems is related with some economic applications. The next chapter is also related with the integration and application in economic dynamics, the concept of integration, the tools of dynamics, on indefinite integral and its economic applications, the definite integral and its economic applications, differential equation and its economic applications, solving differential equations, solving linear first order differential equations, solving second order differential equations, and economic applications, some economic applications of integrations. That is application of integration in economics. The next unit is related with the difference equation and application in economic dynamics. What do you mean by difference equation and difference equation in economics, and solving the first order differential equations, and behavior of solution of first order equations, economic application of first order equations, solving second order differential equations, and homogeneous equations, and behavior of solution of homogeneous equations, and there are some non-homogeneous equations, and economic application of second order non-homogeneous equations. The next chapter is related with the vector analysis, so vector addition, geometrical and physical interpretation, and characteristics of equation, sum and product of roots, characteristic vector, etc. And the next chapter is related with the linear algebra. This is a very important chapter, that is the determinants, matrix and matrix inversion, some other types of matrix, orthogonal matrix, different types of matrix, rank of a matrix, how can you find out the rank of a matrix, the linear dependence and independence and rank of matrix. This chapter is very important chapter. Another important chapter is input output analysis. This is very interesting chapter. From this chapter you can learn the main features of input output analysis, closed and open input output models, and solution to open models, and determinations of gross output, the Hawkins-Hammond conditions, the consumption possibility locus, determination of equilibrium prices, linear programming formulation, coefficient matrix and closed model, dynamic input output model, limitation of input output analysis. This chapter is also very important. Next chapter is the linear programming. It is also a very important chapter, and from this chapter you can learn the linear programming, the basic concept of the linear programming, the structure and the variables of linear programming. That is how can you formulate the linear programming problem, the graphical solution of the linear programming problem, and the simplex method. Using simplex method, how can you solve the linear programming problem, and duality of linear programming, economic importance of duality and duality theorems, and also zero sum games and linear programming is also under this unit. The next unit is related with the data presentation and descriptive statistics. This is particularly under the course of statistics in the undergraduate. You have learned that is the origin of statistics, the data representation, different types of data collection methods, presentation of the data, frequency distribution and histogram, frequency, polygon, ogives, on review of descriptive statistics, measure of location, measure of dispersion, measure of skewness and skurtosis. This is the elementary statistical idea. And the next chapter is also related with the statistics, that is the correlation and regression analysis. You have to find out the correlation coefficient and the regression between y on x and x and y, and the OLS, the ordinary least square methods, and there are some interesting properties of the OLS, ordinary least square methods, and standard error of estimates, unexplained variation and explained variations, and partial and multiple correlation and regressions, and method of estimating nonlinear equations. So these topics are under the correlation regression analysis. In the from the next chapter, this is also a very important chapter. This is the probability theory. From this chapter, you can learn the the idea of probability, and different theorems of total probability, different theorems of compound probability, conditional probability, and concept of independence, and Bayes theorem. This is very important theorem and its application, and there are some problems regarding the Bayes theorems, mathematical problem you have to solve, and mathematical expectations. And the next one is the probability distributions, and here you can learn different concepts of random variable, probability mass function, probability density function, and also the probability distribution functions, moments and moment generating function, and three important probability distribution. These three important probability distributions are binomial distribution, Poisson distributions, and normal distribution. This is also very important chapter for your examination also. And the next unit is the sampling unit. So different types of sampling are there, and sampling design, how can you design the sample, and biases in the survey, types of sampling, parameter and statistic, and sampling distribution of a statistic, standard error, utility of standard error, expectation and standard error of sample mean, expectation and standard error of sample proportion. And also next chapter is related with the sampling distribution, that is the concept of sampling distribution, and sampling distribution with discrete population distribution, and particularly the distribution of standard normal variable, and chi-square distribution, chi-square test of goodness of fit, t distribution, and f distribution. These are also very important things, and sampling distribution of mean and variance in random sampling, and the central limit theorem. The next one is the statistical inference. So this is particularly related with the theory of estimation and parameter space and characteristics of estimators, and some inequality you have to learn, and some theorems, and test of significance, null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, and critical region, and level of significance, confidence interval, and confidence limit, and one tail test, two tail test, and critical values and significant values. You have to find out. This is also very important chapters. So these are particularly 19 units, and you have to learn under MEC 103. Thank you to all.